think I got a good angle here. This is the Batomatic. Get a good angle here. Well, this is my makeshift mount, so I'll have to get a better one. But let's start with the previous setup. I finished this one, which is this fully stacked. They look great. I haven't been able to figure out, whenever time I plug this in to the full stack, this little battery go guy, apparently really popular in the RC world, but they seem to work really good. I think I put it like this last time, and then positive here. So they turn on, but it doesn't show, it shows the full voltage here of this 27, but it can't seem to do all of the batteries. It can only do up to 8, even on that. So I think it only shows this one, and if I plug in the next one, it only shows this one, but it seems they're all within 20 millivolts, so they're really close, and I think that's good enough. I usually try to stay under 200 millivolts, 200 millivolt difference, because if not, the battery management system really has to work at keeping all the voltages similar, and you have a battery that sags, under load and other problems. It doesn't last as long. So you try to get them as close as possible when you're testing these. So usually with a test, I use a Lido tester. I'll bring over here and show you. So the Lido tester is this here, and it's very interesting. It's a standard charger for 18650s. I think it can do a couple of other ones like AA's and AAA's and things like that, but I'm going to plug it in and show you how you can get the capacity and test your different cells. So this one was like $28, I think. I got a deal at $24, and I bought 4 of them over a few months just to test. Oh, mount's going on me. I'll try that again. It's I needed several of them to try to test. I had like 600 to 800 cells that I needed testing, and it was taking forever just to do it on one, and so I ended up buying a couple of them to kind of get this test. So I'm gonna go ahead and get an extension cord and plug this in to show you how to test a few cells and the process there. When you're testing them, it can be kind of a process. It does take quite a few hours per cell, but if you're running 4 cells at once, it's not as big of a deal. So, here, I'll move this out of the way for a second. And then we'll get back to sorry, I'm a little ADD here, but so this is how it starts. You pop them in here. Right now it says null, and that's there's 3 different tests. There's charging. You have to hit this a few times, but there's charging, standard charging. There's the tester, and then there's a quick test, which I haven't seen to be as effective. I just like the standard test. And then of course there's current, which you can change how much current you want to blast through the cells. And I usually keep it pretty low, just the more current, the quicker you can do it through it, but it's better on the cells to do a lower current. But there you go. So you pop in a few, let's say like here you go, like this. Make sure negative to positive. And it's a little, needs work. That's a good one. Negative to positive. Okay, so now it goes through the different information. It looks backwards to me on here. It must be but really it does. This is currently number 2. You can switch between the different cells. So number 1 is 4.19 voltage, which is really good. And then currently it's charging. So if I switch the modes, double click. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Well, it doesn't want to switch on me. Interesting. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, I was wrong. You just hold it down. You hold it down for about 3 seconds and it starts to blink. Hold the mode down for 3 seconds, starts to blink, and then see, watch 1, 2, 3. Then you can switch it. Fast test, and then we have the standard normal testing right there. So I like the normal testing for this one, and then it'll then go through after a few hours of discharging, it'll discharge from full charge down to 3.7 volts, I believe. And then it'll give you the capacity. And I do this 2 times for each cell, and then at the end, I write down right there the capacity and then the voltage. And that way you know. And then I also have a tester for internal resistance, which is semi-important. You don't want hot batteries. You want to make sure that that resistance is lower. But I also have a tester for that. But these cells have all been pretty good. They're from a bunch of dead modem batteries that I got my hands on, and they seem to be pretty well. So once these are tested, charged up, then I can go ahead and use these cells. They're then safe to use. Now I'll make sure the connection points are taped up, so I see a bunch of them taped over there. Okay, we'll get back to testing these cells, or putting these cells together. Okay, so this guy's fine. I'm gonna bring up the big one, the big setup here. All right, this is the mama one. This is the main one right here. This has all the cells, and this is, of course, where this one goes. So this one is a full pack here. So the smaller one in the center here is where the battery management system is. So I want to make sure we're careful with this one. I'll go ahead and start taking it down. So there's some screws on the back here. And we'll just go ahead and take this whole thing down, I guess. Huh, that one pulled off on its own. Interesting. And I guess you guys don't want to watch me work on that, but I'll get back to you in just a second.